Hello students, today again we are here with another video, heredity and evolution, and today we are going to discuss about monohybrid cross of the Mendel. Okay, so Mendel gave the various laws. Okay, he gave three laws: law of dominance, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. So I'll try to explain those laws in this cross. So what he did, he took the homozygous tall plant and homozygous dwarf plant, okay, and there was gamete formation in which there was separation of the T and T gametes or factors. These factors they separated according to Mendel. Here also the small t and small t they segregated, they separated from each other. So these separated gametes they combined with the other parental gamete, okay, independently. Two gametes were produced, so both of them they had the independent capacity to combine with each other, okay. So these showed the law of independent assortment. So this T can combine with this one also and this one also. This T can combine with this also and this can combine with this also. So in F1 generation there were 100% tall plants which were heterozygous. These were not pure, okay, they were heterozygous. That means the recessive gene was also present and dominant gene was also present. So only one character got expressed and not other. So this gave the law of dominance, okay. Now Mendel was surprised that why this character is not expressed, okay, what is the reason, okay. To prove that there is dominance and the law of dominance work, what he did, he took the F1 generation progeny and he crossed them, okay, he self-pollinated them. So on self-pollinating he observed that there was formation of two type of gametes, okay, and these gametes they were combining independently. Now the law of segregation, that is separation, is going on. Now this capital T combines with the capital T, okay, this capital T can combine with this small t also, okay. So they are independently assorting. Now this small t can combine with this capital T and this small t can combine with the small t also. So this gave rise to the tall plant, homozygous tall plant, heterozygous tall plant, heterozygous tall plant and the homozygous dwarf plant. So ultimately when we see the phenotype and genotype, we got the ratio, okay. Now the ratio which we have got is tall, tall, tall. So how many tall? 1, 2, 3. So 3 are tall. We are not bothered whether they are homozygous or heterozygous. In the phenotype we see only the external appearance. So it is tall, this is also tall, this is also tall. So how many tall? 3. How many dwarf? 1. So the ratio, phenotypic ratio is 3:1. And if you take the genotypic ratio, now you see the genetic composition. So what type of tall plant it is? It is homozygous. Homo means same, okay. So same genes are present, so homozygous tall. How many? 1. Now heterozygous tall, 1, 2. This is also heterozygous, this is also heterozygous. So how many heterozygous tall we have? 2. Now 1 we have the homozygous dwarf, okay. So the ratio, the genotypic ratio that we obtain in F1 generation, in F2 generation of monohybrid cross is 1:2:1. So this is the genotypic ratio of the monohybrid cross, okay. So similarly to prove the three different laws, he also carried out the dihybrid cross, and that dihybrid cross we'll discuss in the next video, okay.